Hi friends and Happy New Year. Welcome to 2019. This is yet another exciting installment of Inspired Swati. Today I have a very special guest here. She is a phenomenal woman. She is not only a social entrepreneur, but she's a businesswoman, a farmer, a statistician and mathematician by profession, and also Eswatini's representative in the AU. Her name is Nosizwe, an absolutely phenomenal woman. Stick around so that you can be an inspired Swati with Nosizwe Sigwane. Hi Nosizwe and welcome to Inspired Swati.
Thank you, Landabuhle.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Yeah, I'm so excited that you're here with us today, and we're just looking forward to you inspiring us, to just finding out on your journey. Let us know a bit about yourself, your background, where you grew up, the works.
Okay, my name is Nosizwe Sigwane, as Lando has said, even though she gave me too much credit, but oh well. I guess this is Inspire Swazi, so we need to inspire some young people. Okay, I grew up from a small village in Sitegi called Mapungwane. And then I started in St. Michael's from primary till high school. Then from there I went to do my matric in Metropolitan College in Nelspruit. From there I went to study at the University of Pretoria, where I got my degree in statistics. From there I came back home, worked a little bit at MTN Eswatini, and then worked for Eswatini Bank also. And then while there, I got an opportunity to be amongst the volunteers for that year, which was the batch 5 of the African Union Youth Volunteers, to be deployed as a statistician at
African Union?
Yes.
That's big.
At the African Observatory for Science, Technology and Innovation. When I got there, I had so many opportunities where I got to be part of publications of 3 bibliometrics, one for just SADC, which made me proud to really understand what is going on in terms of the economy of...
What is a bibliographic? Big words.
Okay, a bibliometric is like an analysis, statistical analysis of papers that are published by students in universities in research of what is happening where they are. So we want to see how many people are studying towards improving probably the environment, improving their health or whatnot, and how many of those papers are used, are cited, and are actually used as reference in other countries. So that helps us understand that we're moving to a certain direction in what we are trying to achieve as a continent, a region, or even a country.
So from bibliographics in the African Union to entrepreneurship, let me know about your entrepreneurship journey, why you're so passionate about young people in entrepreneurship, but also some of the projects that you've been doing around social entrepreneurship. What triggered that interest, and what are you currently up to these days?
Okay, so I'm actually in the same year when I was deployed as a volunteer, because after being a volunteer I was then given a contract to be a full-time consultant with the African Observatory. I got an opportunity to go to America for 6 weeks at Drake University, where I was part of the Mandela Washington Fellows 2017 under the track of business and entrepreneurship.
Okay.
So during that period, it changed my life for the better to actually see young people who are so passionate about bringing about change in Africa, And I asked myself, what am I doing to actually make that impact? It ignited something in me, because maybe obviously most of you guys know that the Sigwanes are mostly into business. So I had that entrepreneurship within me, but as usual, our parents expect us to go to school and study, get that degree, get that paper, come back, because it is good to get your education, because it opens your mind to better things. So during that period, I came back to work and I said to myself, upon my analysis and the publications that I've been analyzing and understanding that what impact does studying something contribute towards the change in the economy, or what situation is happening in that environment, is actually relies on how much you actually study towards that. So I said, you know what, entrepreneurship also needs some skills of studying and analysis and data collection where you can actually predict and see what is happening, you know. So that's how I took my work and tried to actually put it together with my entrepreneurship skills. So from there, I came back through the sponsorship of the Turkish corporation, where they gave me $100,000 to actually run
about
an
1 million in your rand.
yes, to run an entrepreneurship program amongst young Africans. So I managed to actually I managed to actually have a workshop with young people from over 15 different African countries to
so
come
you basically
together.
organized this workshop.
I conceptualized the conceptual note for this project. I brought together all these young people, identified these young people who would be actually interested and who would understand really where science comes into entrepreneurship. So we had this very wonderful workshop. Oh, by the way, and Lando was there representing Swatini MTN with the wonderful work that she's doing for the communities in Swaziland. She came in to speak on behalf of the corporate that this is what young people want to do, and then how can we actually merge, come together? How can they assist us in actually achieving the same goals? Because remember now, we have the UN goals, which are the SDGs, we have the African Union Agenda 2063, and then we have Eswatini's Vision 2022. So if the young people in entrepreneurship work together with the corporates in entrepreneurship, then there's so much we can achieve. Because what do we expect from corporates? We expect them to actually fund these young people to go study towards a solution that can actually help the economy of the place they're at towards meeting these goals I'm talking about.
Wow, that is so powerful. That is so powerful.